Why does a round pizza come in a square box? If you clean a vacuum cleaner, does that make you a vacuum cleaner? If nothing sticks to Teflon, how does Teflon stick to the pan? And seriously, why is Albert Einstein universally considered the smartest human in history when his IQ was far from the highest? Welcome to Midnight Questions. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our future late-night explorations. To understand how he mapped out the mechanics of the cosmos from his desk, we have to throw out our traditional assumptions about what makes a person smart in the first place. After Einstein died in 1955, a pathologist named Dr. Thomas Harvey literally stole his brain during the autopsy. He kept it in a jar of formaldehyde for decades, dissecting it in secret to hunt for a biological signature of genius. What scientists eventually found was completely ordinary. Einstein's brain weighed 1,230 grams, slightly below the human average. This chart scales upward from the global human average IQ of 100. Look right here at 160. That's Einstein's estimated score. It is highly gifted. But watch what happens when we zoom out. Chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov hits 194. Math prodigy Terence Tao reaches 230. And an American prodigy named William James Sidis towers over all of them with an estimated score of 250. If biological weight and record-breaking test scores truly dictate brilliance, these men would be the ultimate faces of genius. Clearly, moving physical gray matter and memorizing patterns fail to capture true intelligence. Standard IQ tests heavily measure working memory and the speed of pattern recognition. Judging a mind entirely on these metrics is like failing a brilliant student simply because they write slowly. Here is the midnight secret. Einstein openly admitted he struggled with calculation. He was nowhere near the best at math. To translate his abstract ideas into complex equations, he relied on his wife, Mileva, and friend Michele Besso to execute the grueling numbers. Having the processing power to solve an equation on a chalkboard is one skill. Having the vision to know which equations will decode the universe is a completely different capability. Einstein possessed an extreme scientific imagination. He bypassed rigid calculation and merged hardcore physics with abstract philosophy. While the scientific consensus of his era viewed space as a dark, empty void, Einstein visualized spacetime as a flexible, bending fabric. When he published his theory of general relativity in 1915, he made predictions that his peers considered completely insane. He argued for the physical existence of black holes and gravitational waves. He mapped out these deep cosmic mechanics at a time when humanity was just barely figuring out how to use basic radio transmitters. True genius is the ability to construct the unseen architecture of reality purely within the mind, decades before humanity possesses the physical tools to observe it. It took an entire century for the slow crawl of technological progress to finally catch up to his imagination. Look at the blue digital strain graphs displayed on the monitor behind these scientists. In 2016, the LIGO observatory captured this data, physically detecting the exact gravitational waves Einstein mapped out. 3 years later, in 2019, we captured the very first image of a black hole. Its structure looked exactly the way his math dictated. Even the GPS tracking that guides your smartphone today only functions accurately because the system accounts for his relativity equations. Modern physical technology merely validated the mental architecture he built 100 years earlier in complete darkness. Add wild hair, a rebellious attitude, and sharp wit to that massive imagination, and you have the perfect recipe for a permanent pop culture icon. He operated entirely outside the bounds of a human calculator, acting as the ultimate artist of the cosmos. Here at Midnight Questions, we explore the deepest thoughts that keep you awake. What is the weirdest question that has ever popped into your head in the middle of the night? Let us know in the comments below so we can answer it in a future video. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. The deepest insights into the universe often start with the simplest, weirdest questions. See you next time.